Hey everyone, welcome back to the weekly reading. This is for October 26th through to the 1st of November 2020. So we have another huge week astrologically this week. The biggest thing this week is the full moon in Taurus at 8 degrees, conjunct with planet Uranus. So that's very intense because the conjunction is very tight. So it's in terms of the degrees, if you don't know what conjunction is and all that, it just means that the degree at which the moon is full is very close to the degree of Uranus in the sky. So with these energies combined, there is definitely the energy of unexpected shifts, unexpected change this week. And I'm going to run through who is going to be most affected by this. Obviously Taurus is, but in terms of to start with your sun sign. So I'm going to mention some groups, some sun sign groups, and listen out for yours. And I'll tell you how this is going to affect you for this week. So, and the full moon's actually on Halloween, so that's even more intense. So, wow. Okay, so starting with the Taurus. So, if you're born between the 25th of April and the 1st of May as a Taurus sun, this full moon in Taurus is going to very much affect you in a very significant way. You could feel very emotional, more emotional, or could even, for some people, could even trigger some very strong reactions, because with the full moon we always feel our emotions are more pronounced. But for Tauruses, look, there could be a letting go of something, there could be cutting ties with someone, or some, potentially, if it's not another person, it's something very personal to you. Or it could be that you're just going through a really strong change in your life, and this full moon signifies for those Tauruses in particular, born between 25th of April and 1st of May, some kind of turning point in your life, on your path, with your direction, with where you're headed in your life in some way. Those Tauruses that are born between those dates that I mentioned, also be careful of your physical well-being, of any accidents and things like that, because Uranus is a planet of unexpected and sometimes shocks, and it's with Uranus, it's not positive or negative because it can go either way, really. So it could be something positive for you that really opens up your path and liberates you with Uranus, or it could be something that shocks you. So that is the energy of Uranus that you're dealing with a full moon. Now, for the Scorpio suns born between the 25th of October and November 4th, this would be in your solar 7th house. So there could be, for those Scorpios, something intense, a culmination in a relationship, or with regards to a significant person in your life around Halloween. So definitely relationship area or significant person, something unexpected. Again, it could be liberating. It could be something that helps you or helps move your life forward, or it could be something that, is an ending that helps liberate you in that way. So again, if you know your chart, look at other things in your chart to see what other influences you've got at the moment. For the Aquarians, this is, those Aquarians born between the 26th of January and the 4th of February, you guys are going to feel this as a point of tension in your chart, with your personal life in some way in your world. You may have to watch having very strong reactions under this full moon as well, or feeling a bit erratic, or something like that. So that kind of energy, feeling a bit erratic in your world in some way. Leos also get the square aspect from this, and those Leos in particular that will be affected would be those born between July 28th and the 4th of August. So you may feel some tension under this full moon, Leos. You may feel some frustration or a need to kind of let go of control in some way and let things kind of work themselves out in some way. This is going to be a helpful full moon for Virgos and Capricorns. The Virgos most affected would be those sun sign Virgos born between the 28th of August and September 4th, and the Capricorns that are going to be supported with this full moon. And again, it's something liberating for you because it's a positive angle. It's a trine for Virgo and Capricorn. Those Capricorns born between 26th of December and 5th of January. Okay, so that was just a quick rundown of the signs affected with the full moon. This is actually a blue moon, which means it's the second full moon in a month, which doesn't happen very often at all. So that's also very, very intense with these energies. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh yeah, there's more going on this week. We still have Mercury retrograde as well. Now, with the Mercury retrograde this week, it was in Scorpio last week. It's retrograded back into Libra. So that's also interesting. It definitely highlights relationship energy for a lot of people again this week. And Mercury actually goes direct next week, Wednesday or Thursday-ish, around then, so that's good news. But it will dip back into Libra the later degree. So if you're a Libra born right on the cusp of, as in your sun is in Libra, on the cusp of, you know, the end of Libra and Scorpio, this is a very intense energy for you this week. You may be reevaluating something in your life that's important, really thinking through things on a deeper level, really processing things. But you could also be affected by the typical Mercury retrograde energies, as in losing, you know, keys or wallet, or misplacing things, or being a bit scattered mentally, feeling ungrounded, feeling like you need to be more organized with things. It would probably be good for Librans born on the cusp of Scorpio to try to calm your energy down a little bit this week, because the energies could make you feel scattered with that Mercury retrograde there. The other stuff this week is all week, and next week we have Jupiter conjunct Pluto, which is a very intense energy in itself, and in Capricorn, because it's in fall still, you know, we still have Jupiter in fall in Capricorn. It's an energy of possibly some struggles with money for some people. Some people could have a breakthrough with finances, but other people may be feeling the struggle, feeling the pinch, you know, trying to sort of like balance your finances, or just scraping through with regards to, you know, paying bills on time, stuff like that. There could be a bit of pressure in finances, or worrying about finances. Again, it can go either way. With a conjunction, it can be helpful for some people and difficult for others. The earth signs that probably benefit from the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction would be Taurus and Virgo, and with Capricorns it can kind of go either way, positive or negative. So the other information that I want to tell you is the same day that on the 29th, this coming week, with Mercury retrograding back into Libra, Venus goes into the sign of Libra, moves out of Virgo into Libra. So again, focus on relationships this week. It's very strong, comes in very strongly this week. And the other thing I want to say about the full moon, which I forgot to mention, is, I don't know if I mentioned this, I've forgotten now. Did I mention the Taurus is affected? Yeah, I did. I said 25th of April to the 1st of May, roughly. So those Taurians are going to be most affected by the full moon, of those ones for the sun sign. But if you know your chart, it's going to be anything around 8 degrees. So do give it a bit of space around that 8 degree mark. So I would say from around 4 or 5 degrees-ish to 11 or 12 or so. You might even feel it if you've got degrees a bit further away from that. So 13 degrees, you might even feel the energy impacting your life. So a lot of people are going to feel the energy of the full moon, but whether it impacts your life is what I'm talking about here. So also this full moon, it's widely conjunct Black Moon Lilith, so that's very intense as well. It is a wider conjunction, so giving that it's giving a bit more space there, that's a good thing. So yeah, I would say with that conjunction to Black Moon Lilith, it's creating some tension in the air, a little bit of cray-cray energy is definitely going to be felt. People are probably going to go the extra level. Those people that do Halloween stuff, they're probably going to go take it to an extra extreme level as a way of like expressing, you know, the Black Moon Lilith energy, which is a bit of a darker feminine sort of energy. I know, I mean, in Australia, people don't really, not that much get into Halloween. There are certain areas of Sydney where people usually do, but because of COVID, I don't even know if it's much of a thing this year. You could usually, in certain parts of Sydney, go certain streets where people really decorate their homes and all that, but I know in America people get really into it, and I think the energy is very intense for people really getting into Halloween with this full moon in Taurus. Like, people are just gonna like probably use it as an opportunity to really enjoy themselves after a very restrictive year. What else do we have this week? So also we have Mercury retrograde squaring Saturn in Capricorn. So wow, there's a bit of tension as well around the 31st of October, around the full moon as well. So that could be a bit of an issue with some people are having problems in their relationships, some arguments or tension in relationships, okay? So that's pretty much all I want to talk about for the astrology. Let's look at the cards this week and the astro dice. If you'd like to book a reading, go to the links below. I'm also going to be adding some new gemstone jewelry, like the bracelets that I wear, with all made from natural gemstones, handmade by me. I'm adding some new ones this week between probably tomorrow and Wednesday, hopefully, and I'll post some links. If you'd like to book a reading, turnaround time is minimum 7 to 14 business days. I'm extremely booked up at the moment, and I'm pacing myself through all the orders. So, yeah, if you've been, I usually will email you if it's right towards the end of the turnaround time, but if you've been waiting, I'm getting don't worry, I'm getting to your reading. It's just that, as I've said before, I don't ever like to rush through readings. I like to do quality readings for people, so it does take sometimes a little bit longer. Alright, so I'm starting with Earth signs this week, guys, because it is the full moon in Taurus. So let's see what the messages are for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Using the Lisa Parker Familiars Tarot deck, the Green Witch Tarot, and the Chakra Insight Oracle. Those are the 3 decks. So Earth signs, what are the energies for Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn? This one's flicking itself out. The Sun, that's nice. Oh, I really like that. Being a Taurus myself, that's a beautiful card. Could be a connection with someone that's born in the year of the rabbit in Chinese astrology. That just popped out. And there could be for some other people some connection with, I'm seeing like Stonehenge there, so something with that part of the world. This one's wanting to come out, I think so. It's staying down there, so I can't get it. Could be a connection with England, Stonehenge, that sort of area. There could also be a connection with fertility for some of the Earth signs. I'm just going to fan these out and do it this way because I don't feel anything popping out. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, what are the messages for this week for the full moon in Taurus? This one. Oh my gosh. The Tower. Wow. Oh, that's interesting because, you know, if you follow me on Instagram, go to the link below if you don't follow me on Instagram and follow me because I post a lot of different things on there, obviously. I did a tarot reading for the week ahead and the Tower came up. And here we have it again. So this is Mars energy, sudden change, okay? And this, to me, also can relate to, in a way, for this reading, it can relate to Uranus because it's sudden and unexpected energy, okay? But it's interesting with the Sun. That's quite intriguing to me. And look at the light shining through here. That's also sort of picks up with this card. It's like there's light coming out of where the lightning has you know, electrified the tower. That's really interesting. Okay, so there's something that, okay, what I'm getting for this so far, I haven't even pulled the last card yet, is for the Earth signs, there's something coming to light this week, some information coming to light, or a situation suddenly shifts direction, or yeah, something could come to, like some truth could come out, some information could come to light, a situation could suddenly change, but it's for the best with the Sun. The Sun shows, you know, it's for the best, and it's actually ultimately positive. What else for the Earth signs this week? Okay, this one literally just shined so bright, and look at that, it's echoing the Sun. Solar plexus chakra. So what I want to say with this for the Earth signs is something's going to empower you with a change this week, and it may seem a bit dramatic or a bit unsettling in some way because the Tower card can be unsettling because it's sudden and it's unexpected, but it's going to actually illuminate with the Sun and the solar plexus chakra. It's like we have 2 suns here. Illuminate, bring the truth, bring the light of truth is what I'm getting, okay? Could be through another person, or it could be just you deciding to do something because of a reaction to something else, or because of a realization or a sudden awakening almost. So let's see what the Astro Dice have to say. South Node, something from the past. This number 6, which is the 6th house, can even be work for some people with the 6th house energy. And Aries, very fiery. South Node, 6th house, and Aries. Something sudden could occur with regards to a work situation, or a situation involving, for some people, a work colleague, or there's almost like a detoxing energy here, I feel, and it's going to lighten the energy. So this is the very intense card, the kind of heavy card, but then the Sun is shining bright and the light is illuminating on either side of this. So I want to say, yes, there could be a work situation for some people, there could be for others just truth coming out, something coming to light, and as a result there is empowerment for you here. So it looks pretty interesting for the Earth signs this week. Okay, moving on to the air signs. Alright, so that's going to be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What are the messages for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius this week? This one. 2 of Cups. Relationships. Well, that's funny because Venus is going to go into Libra, highlighting your relationships, Libra. Wow. That makes sense. And Mercury retrograding back into Libra, like I was saying at the beginning of the reading for the astrology. Your relationships, guys, is totally going to be in focus this week. You have the Six of Swords moving into better times in your life. Emotionally moving into calmer waters. What else for the air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This one's popping out here. Gut instinct, intuition, knowing, sensing, trust. Wow, that's really powerful. So you could be, some air signs could be dealing with a Leo, or Leo energy in general. It could be, you could be, you know, I don't know why I thought of Aquarius with Leo. Aquarius and Leo. That's coming to me for some reason. Could be someone out there. Either, sorry, I didn't realize that was off center. Either someone in a relationship is an Aquarius and knows a Leo, or, you know, you could be an Aquarius sun or moon and have something in Leo, or Aquarius sun with Leo moon. Something like that's coming up for me here. Let's look at the Astro Dice, but this moving towards your truth, your heart, in connection to a relationship situation, moving out of troubled waters into healthier energies, what I'm feeling with this. And you're listening to your heart, which is very good. And there's also a flow of energy moving you forward here. It's a little bit slow because normally with this card, with the boat, there's a sense of the motion towards the new energy being more of a smoother, kind of direct feeling. This is kind of feels a little bit slow, okay? So be aware that there might be a slowness going on. Let's see what the Astro Dice. Jupiter, that's nice. Jupiter, Taurus, abundance of love. 7th house relationships. How about that? We have the Two of Cups and the seventh house of relationships coming up. That's very strong. So your relationships for the air signs are totally in focus. Jupiter in Taurus shows that you want something sorry, I'm not getting it directly on camera. You want something authentic. You want to feel that you're grounded in your decisions. You want to feel like you're in control of your growth and moving towards something that feels really... Jupiter in Taurus energy is very authentically feeling the energy that feels right. It's not just in your head. It's not just a notion or an idea, but it's like, this feels loving. This feels positive. This feels like it's bringing growth into my life in a harmonious, enjoyable, positive way, not in a painful kind of, you know, Jupiter in Taurus is like enjoying the good things of life in a very real way. It's not like just in a fantasy realm or just in your head, you know, it's experiencing it. So there's something here about new experiences. Keep in mind, as I always say, these are general readings, so it's not going to resonate for everyone perfectly, but there is definitely for the air signs some, again, focus on relationships. You guys get this a lot, I've noticed, in the weeklies. There's always, for the air signs, focus on relationships. Lately, anyway, I have noticed that. So, okay, let's go to the water signs. So this is going to be for Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Oh, we have 2 cards, so I will take them. I don't usually do that, but if you watch me, you know, if they fall out, I let them come through. So 4 of Cups and 9 of Wands. Not the most happiest vibe yet. Let's see what else for the water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What's happening for you guys this week? Page of Cups. Relationships again comes up here, but some sort of stressful energy a little bit, and waiting. There's the energy of waiting here. I'm going to get you another card. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, something here. Honesty. Wow. Honesty, truth, and transparency. Let me just make sure you can see that card. I'm just going to move that here. Sincerity, communication. Look, that's interesting because I do feel, especially for Scorpio, because you guys have that full moon, Scorpio suns in particular, that full moon in Taurus in your solar 7th house, which is your relationship sector. Something is definitely coming to culmination in a relationship situation, and it's about honesty and truth, which is very much a Scorpio and a Taurus thing. You know, Scorpios and Tauruses don't like, you know, in general, dishonesty or that kind of game playing. You know, they prefer to know what the truth is. Let's look at the Astro Dice. 10th house, career and status, can be marriage. Saturn comes up as well, which is also the ruler of the 10th house. So that could be also to do with people that have authority in your life or someone that you look up to. It's also Aquarius here as well. So it could be a friend for some people where there's a deeper connection, or it can be something to do with harmony in group situations for other water signs, harmony within the family, looking after the interests of everyone with the Aquarius energy. But the Saturn energy there is very strong, and Saturn is really about integrity, honesty as well, just like this card says. Truthfulness, finding the right path, and getting clarity. I feel with these cards, it's saying to the water signs, getting clarity this week about what feels truly right and truly honest for you in a relationship situation, most likely. Okay. And for some people, they've been waiting to hear from somebody, and for some people, you'll be hearing from somebody that you've been waiting to hear from this week. Okay, I just need to drink some water and get to the fire signs. Okay, so lastly, fire signs: Aries, Leo, and Sag. What are the messages for Aries, Leo, and Sag? King of Cups. Okay. Water sign male energy. Oh. Five of Cups. There's too many other ones there. So, Five of Cups. Some sadness to do with the relationship energy, or to do with, perhaps a lack in relationships. Possessions, belonging, finances, assets. Could be some concerns about money for the fire signs this week. Let's see what the Astro Dice have to say. Oh, Sagittarius. Love it. So Sagittarius is mentioned here. So it might be something very specific for a Sagittarius or several Sagittarians out there. This is a little bit of a sad energy to do with relationships with the King of Cups and the Five of Cups. It's like feeling like missing out on something, or wishing that you had, more positive energy in your love life at the moment, but things are looking a little bit... You might be feeling a little bit despondent at the moment. This is also... it's interesting that there's a 7 on the top of this card there. Possessions, but it's also to do with base chakra, finances, assets, and treasures, it says. Let's see what else. 6th house of work and Mars. Okay, so some fire signs may be feeling a bit not great about the work situation as it stands at the moment. Okay, so there may be a little bit of struggles with the emotions at work with these two. Also, definitely for the fire signs, there's a big concern and big focus on money this week. Now, with the Sagittarians being mentioned, there could also be some kind of luck for Sagittarians, or if you're a fire sign and you know your own chart, something about the energies related to Sagittarius, other placements in Sagittarius in your chart. I'm picking up on something to do with someone's chart there, so that would be someone that knows astrology, knows their chart. Let me just see what else I'm getting from this, because I feel like there's more. I'm picking up on a little bit of frustration around money for some of the fire signs this week, and it just might be a bit of one of those weeks where you have to kind of look at, how you spend money, that sort of thing, and what bills you need to pay. Like, it's a bit of a heavy energy. It's a bit of a, not the best energy with the Five of Cups, but there is definitely something here about needing to focus a bit more on how you utilize your resources, is what I'm feeling. And you may be feeling a little bit concerned because of this base chakra energy, working on having a bit more faith. That is a Sagittarian thing as well. And fire signs can be quite good at having faith and moving forward. And this is what I'm feeling. Like, when it comes to your money, when it comes to feeling stable and secure, the energy here is saying, keep moving forward. Don't get stuck in negative thinking because you're just feeling a bit down. You're having a bit of a down week this week, some of the fire signs. Not all the fire signs, but some of the fire signs are. Alright guys, so that was the reading for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to subscribe if you like watching these videos. And thanks to everyone who watches, and have a great week. Bye guys.